about this letter?
Yes, what was the letter
Well,
about?
there was a letter going around. You could apply for a job in England, in London, at a very posh hotel.
Ah,
And they offered good money. You get a room in the hotel. You get your food free. So many benefits. And they'll give you a visa, they said, for 3 years, which can be renewed over and over.
wow.
And so for people who, wanted to go to, leave Russia, go to the UK and get a good job, they thought, wow, this is great. And so one of my students got this letter. And
He was excited, no?
well, actually, I think it was her mother who called us. And so excited, says, we want to study, 5 days a week, 2 hours a day. And we thought, well, what's the occasion? What is it for some kind of English test or something? And he said, no, my daughter got a job in England at this posh hotel. And so we said, that's wonderful, that's great. I'm so happy to hear English was valuable in getting this job. And so when the mother came, she brought the letter, and I started to read the letter, and as I'm reading, I thought, this is really good. Yeah, and I went, what? And I read it a bit more and thought, wait a minute. This isn't correct. And remember, we're talking about a very high-class hotel.
So what was the mistake there? What did you find?
Well, at first it was simple things, like 2 periods at the end of a sentence.
It's like, why?
Okay, it can happen. It's called a typo. Yeah, it's just you slip. But I'm telling you, a first-class hotel wouldn't make that mistake.
Agree.
And so that was a little bit of a red flag. And then there were some phrases, some prepositions that weren't correct. And I understood, hold on, whoever wrote this letter could speak English, but it's not their first language.
Oh.
So I determined that this letter came not from the hotel, from some person pretending it was the hotel. And so my next job was, because all of these scams, they want to get your money.
To ask
so
for
I went back and I thought, okay, in this letter, I didn't see where you have to send them some money. How do they get your money? And then I saw it.
Was it like what, prepay or something like?
No.
Visa?
The visa. They said, we're going to help you get your 3-year visa.
Imagine 3-year visa.
And our lawyer will do it. And a little bit of a red flag, they went on in this letter about how good their lawyer was and how over the years, all people that he helps get their visa, it's so good. And I thought, they're pushing that, because that's not usually in a letter that a hotel would give you, to hire you.
A job offer.
And what they said was, we will pay half of the cost of the lawyer, and you pay the other half. Because that's only fair.
Right.
Yes.
And was it a big amount?
Well, I actually, right now, I can't remember what the amount was, but I think it was like a couple of thousand, or maybe
pounds.
2,500 pounds.
Gee, that's not small, but something you can find, maybe. They always try to do it.
That's right. It's probably within reach, or people might go to the bank and make a bank loan if they didn't have it, yes, because they're going to get a job in the West and make lots of money for 3 years.
3 years,
Yes,
visa, their
maybe
job.
longer. Yes. And so I thought,
That's a disappointment for them, right? Did you tell them about it? I suppose.
Yeah, I did, and it was like,
Pity.
putting a pin in a balloon.
Oh, yes, imagine.
Because
So many hopes.
All kaput.
Yeah. I can imagine. But thank you, James. At least now I will let people know things can happen. And you have to be careful with emails, because even me, I receive so many strange emails. And I thought, gee, some people might believe in those.
Yeah.
Lottery winnings, you can win a lot, or you already won a lottery.
Sure.
Just need to collect the money, but...
Yes.
Or can you cash the money? I had one email, cash the money of somewhere.
Yeah, there was one out of maybe it was Nigeria, where
Right.
I want to send you several $1 million, but I need you to open a bank account.
Exactly.
That's all I need from you, and
Yes,
you
just
keep half of the money, and I'll take the other half.
imagine.
That was the scam. Yes.
True. But I say it's good that you told us the story, because now people will be concerned, and they will know how you need to be. You have to be careful and double check everything. And most of the time, if you have a job offer, nobody will ask you to pay.
Yeah, that's right.
All probably you would have to do your own visa. They can help you, but still probably all the fares you can have to pay yourself to go to the embassy, do your simple things.
And they might reimburse you for the costs once you're hired. You know, you pay the embassy. You don't pay them.
Yes.
Pay the embassy, which would be a normal cost to get a visa anyway.
Right.
And they might agree to reimburse you. Gives you a subsidy for it. Well, that's fine too, but then you're not sending them the money. So
Great, James. Thank you. I will talk to you later then.
Okay.